You, come here. This is a safe space. Tell me anything you want. No, it's not a safe space at all. Do you understand? This is not a safe space with Tony Vara where I'm going to tell you my thoughts on just a bunch of random shit because why would you not want my thoughts? Do you understand? This is a new show where you'll get my thoughts weekly. Why? Again, like I said, you got to hear what I'm saying. And we're going to be talking about what the fuck is going on in my life, what's going on in the world, and what's going on in pop culture because it's all a fucking mess. Do you understand? My life especially. So first of all, let's talk about the Grammys because that's what everybody's talking about. You know, Bad Bunny, the Grammys, all the mentions about Ice at the Grammys. This little ass fucking pins that these celebrities are wearing, girl. Don't piss me off, right? But at least they're doing something. Because some celebrities are actively saying like, oh, you know, we love Ice or whatever. So at least they're doing something, you know? First of all, Bad Bunny, my husband, my actual husband. Y'all already know that's my man. That's who else was gonna win Album of the Year? Maybe Sabrina Carpenter. That album was good. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Maybe Gaga. But I'm not mad at Bad Bunny winning it because, girl, it's his week. He's about to perform at the Super Bowl next week, you know. And then all these celebrities were talking about, you know, fuck Ice, protesting against Ice at the Grammys. And people are like, that's so performative. What the fuck are you doing? You're eating Takis at home. What are you doing? Right. Because I still remember that one. Y'all remember that one comedian that came? I don't know if he's a comedian. Nobody knows what the fuck he does. No shade. No tea, some shade, you know? That one comedian that came on I don't know if it was the Grammys or the Oscars or something. He was like, a bunch of celebrities, a bunch of rich people are going to come on stage and tell you their political thoughts. Nobody wants to hear political. I do. I want to know where you stand. I do. Tony Vara does, right? So he made a tweet or something. He was like, oh, they're still not listening. Shut up. Nobody knows you. I know who Bad Bunny is. I know who Sabrina Carpenter is. Now I know who the hell Olivia Dean is. I didn't know who the fuck that was last week, but now I know who she is. Still nobody knows who you are. But anyways, that's a whole different thing that's going on. And then Turning Point USA having their own Super Bowl halftime performance. Turning Point USA. Erica Kirk, stop. That's a reference. Nobody's going to listen to that shit. We're here to see Bad Bunny. We're here to shake our ass. And like, if you want to shake some ass to Kid Rock, and who are the other ones? A bunch of country singers. I like country. Don't get me wrong. That one song, Choosing Texas, it's not bad. That one song, Megan Maroney, some shit like that. She's good. I don't mind country. Kid Rock. Is Kid Rock country? Hold up. American music and singer. Detroit hip hop. Hold up. That's my type of question. Kid Rock style is a mix of urban, rap, rock and roll, and country and western. Whatever the fuck that... Girl, still nobody knows who you are. No shade. My type of girl. Let me stop getting distracted. My bad, y'all. My bad. Hold up. But the thing is, people talking about Ice at the Grammys, Ice is not just an issue at the Grammys. Ice is a problem in fucking general. Do you understand? And people are like, oh, well, Ice isn't my problem. You know, they're only attacking wrong. It's not just Latinos. Do you understand? So I was at the club in West Hollywood, WeHo, right? You know. Why was there ICE agents there? It wasn't a lot of them. It was just two, but it's too many. Too many. You understand? And they were just like kikiing or whatever. And then back in DC, right? If you know the DC gay scene, you know like there's like U Street and all those streets, right? Why were there ICE agents talking to National Guard? It's always an ugly bitch telling another ugly bitch exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they were like kikiing and talking about harassing people. But I'm like, ICE is a problem everywhere because why are you at the fucking club? I'm over there trying to shake my ass. Unless you're over here to eat my fucking busquaca. And I wouldn't want you to do that because y'all dirty. I don't want y'all at the club. A bitch can't even have fun anymore, especially in this fucking country. Do you understand? We'll get to that a little bit later. But I'm just like, a bitch can't even have fun. Y'all over there at the club harassing people. Y'all over there harassing street vendors. Y'all over there harassing people at restaurants. What the fuck can a bitch do in this country anymore? And now they want to be in the fucking Milan. First of all, there's not a lot I agree with Italians on. They claim they have the best food in the world. Have you ever tried Panda Express? Right. But now Italians are mad that ICE is in their fucking cities. Bitch means fucking... What the hell is ICE doing protecting athletes? Protecting athletes? They're going to find out half the fucking athletes in the U.S. Olympics are like children of immigrants trying to arrest them too. But why is ICE over there in Italy? And then they try to claim, oh, well, ICE is not going to be... I don't fucking believe y'all for anything. You think I trust Kristi Noem's ugly ass? When you go into an airport and you're like, oh, you know, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm going to freaking Cancun. I'm going to Hawaii. Like, I'm going to this. And then you see Kristi Noem's ugly ass witch face telling you to get a real ID. Leave me the fuck alone. You're everywhere. You're everywhere. And that's even considering, do we trust TSA? Anything under that woman, I don't trust. I don't trust at all. But anyways, why the hell are they in Italy? This is like, do you guys remember when, like, I think it was 2 years ago, they sent like LAPD, NYPD, and Fairfax County Public Police to fucking like Paris to protect? Who the fuck are they protecting? What are we doing? What are we doing? Because people have different experiences with ICE. You know, some people like ICE. I happen to think those people are fucking idiots. However, people don't realize the actual implications of this whole episode is just hating on ICE. Let me make that clear. This whole episode, you're like, Tony, this whole episode, this is supposed to be your first episode, is just hating on ICE. That's my biggest personality trait, bitch. Do you understand? Because let me go back a little bit more. So, I was born in the U.S. I know ICE doesn't particularly like that. But, bitch, I was born in Virginia. And as I tell people, Virginia is one of the 13 original colonies, bitch. George Washington, do you know who that is? The first president of our great old United States. That sounds a little colonial to say, but you know what the fuck I mean. Don't play. I was born in Virginia, one of the 13 original colonies. And a bitch is going to try and question my citizenship? Meanwhile, you live in a state that used to be another country? Right. This is just me ranting at this point. But like, why there's nothing I hate more than when an ICE agent has an accent. Because why are you asking me, do you have papers? Bitch, do you? Don't play in my fucking face. These sellout Latinos and just sellout people in general that work for ICE, it really irritate me. I've never really experienced any of that in Virginia, like the little Latino, because if you didn't know, hold up. Actually, I gotta look this up. How many Latinos are in ICE? Hold up. More than 50% of Border Patrol agents and 24% of ICE agents are Latino. Hold up. Oh, this is a trending search. Y'all are fucking weird. Why is this trending? Hold up. Been in the top third of their class. Have been elected to a National Honor Society. But bullshit. Half these bitches didn't finish high school. You're telling me you have to be elected to a National Honor Society? The Spanish Honor now? Just be serious. Possessing a GPA that includes A and B in all court. Hold up. This is California. I don't believe this. Hold up, let me get off this Fed website. Hold on. They might be tracking me. Let me do a different one. Medical screening, drug screening, and complete fitness test. Some of those ICE agents I've seen, they don't even look like they would pass the requirements for the fitness Grand Prix test, but like that's a different, hold up. No education requirements, no work experience requirements, no pre-employment exam, must pass a drug screen. See, that's what I'm talking about. Because the thing is, they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. They're over here like, have y'all seen that one guy, he had an accent, telling another guy that he had an accent, and he was like asking him for his papers, and he was like, why are you asking me for my papers? And he was like, because you have an accent. Hold up, let me look up something. So Target actually sells mirrors for $8, and that's what a bunch of ICE agencies, because what the fuck do you mean you have an accent? Bitch, you have an accent. Right? Because tell me why. Okay, let me explain a little bit context for the people who don't know. But back in July, my mom was detained by ICE, right? Now you think, your mom is probably a criminal, blah, 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 blah. My mom was testifying at a court hearing and was picked up by ICE. That they made her go to the court hearing, right? And they were like, okay, you need to testify for this. And my mom was like, okay, well, I guess I have no choice. ICE picked her up. Now, what the fuck was that? Because do y'all want people to testify in court or not, right? So I ended up going through a very emotional time in my life. You know, I was still going to the club though, because one thing my mom told me, even in the detention center, was go have fun. And I was like, girl, as fuck. So we went to go visit her. She was, listen, because tell me why, actually, this is the first time I'm ever telling anyone this. Why did I find out that ICE put out a statement about my mom, y'all fucking obsessed, saying like, oh, we treated that illegal alien with due process. Mind you, I have a whole list of shit that they did. They didn't give her food for 2 days. They didn't let her call anybody for 3 days. All these reports that y'all see of people being mistreated in the Chantilly Detention Center in Virginia. Remember the reports that were coming out about the South Louisiana Processing Center? My mom was there too. And then she got taken to Karnes County Immigration Processing Center in fucking Karnes County, Texas. A town nobody fucking knows. No shade. No shade. A town nobody fucking knows outside of San Antonio. San Antonio, you'll never see me again. And that's no shade to San Antonio. I'm sure y'all got cute things. You guys got the little river, Lake City or whatever. I never need to go back there again. Trauma. So they were saying there were due process, and I was like, is the due process in the room with us? Because I'm fully convinced that they're watching me, because I found out that they got me on this like little list or whatever. I told some people this, but one time when I went to go visit my mom, it was the second time I went to go visit her, she got approached. So context, if you don't know, y'all should know who the fuck I am though, but I do have a little TikTok platform where I posted a video talking about my mom, right? And like it did go a little viral, you know, I got a little 2 million likes. Sorry. Humble. Sorry. But basically, after the second time that I went to go visit my mom, she got approached by like an ICE agent, and he was like, "Oh, you're that TikToker's mom." My mom is just like me. She was like, "How the fuck do you know who my son is?" And they were like, "Oh, because his little video went viral." Little video, bitch. Show me how many TikTok views you get. Right. And basically, they were like, "Yeah, when he visited, our facial recognition system picked up his face, and he's on our what? He's in our database." Hold up. I don't want y'all to see my information. U.S. passport card, bitch. I was born in Virginia. Fuck you, mean? Why am I in your database? Let's really work that out. Because a lot of y'all think that, oh, you know, I'm a citizen, so I'm fine. No, bitch. They're watching your ass, too. Every little tweet you put out critiquing them, every little Instagram story post you put out critiquing them, they're watching you. That's why they need to be your ops. Anyways, let's get to it. So I go visit her, and they say that, and I was like, that's fucking odd, right? Tell me why every time I go to customs, I get stopped by the customs officer. And you're like, what does customs have to do with ICE? Bitch, hold up. DHS, what the fuck do you look up? Family tree? I don't fucking know. What do I look up? A family tree. Hold up. So you can see what like to use your current location? Don't allow. Stay woke. Are you crazy? They're my shit. Oh, I just saw some furry stuff. Hold up. Hold up. DHS, that's Kristi Noem's ugly ass, right? She's in charge of the Department of Homeland Security. Under that, there's, what is it, Customs and Border Patrol, right? Now, if you don't know, because a lot of people don't know the difference between Border Patrol and ICE, there's a lot of similarities. Like, they're both fucking bitches. Hold on, Border Patrol. Oh my God, Kristi Noem's. Hold up, Kristi Noem. Oh God. Sorry, y'all. I thought I was a dog for a second. She was gonna shoot my ass. Hold up. Border Patrol. Map. You guys might think you're going off on a lot of tangents. I'm not on my Adderall, so my Medicaid. Prescribe before y'all try and get at me. Okay, so look at this. So, if you guys don't know, there's a difference between Border Patrol and ICE. Like I said, they're both bitches. However, they have different functions. For example, you see this little red line right here? That's where Border Patrol's allowed to go. It's within 100 miles. And if you look, all these bitches talking about coastal elites, bitch, coastal elites on top. I don't give a fuck. I'm from the DMV, right around here. And bitch, I love being a coastal elite. I don't give a fuck. Shout out to the people in the rural places though. Y'all cool too. But basically, like, that means that Border Patrol is in charge of all these 100-mile things, right? So like that includes like LA, San Diego, that in Chicago, Detroit, DC, that's like the area where I'm from, and like, bitch, basically all of Florida. And then ICE is basically in charge of enforcing, allegedly in charge of enforcing immigration law within all of this space. Bullshit, because them bitches be over there too, right? So basically, when you come back into the US, you have to go through like, you know, customs or whatever. Tell me why. This has happened a couple times actually, because I'm fully convinced I'm on some kind of list, right? You know how you do that like facial recognition shit, right? So I walked up to the machine and I was just like, you know, a big ass X on my face. I said, oh hell no, I'm getting deported. What the fuck? And they were like, okay, go talk to this lady. I go and she was just like, are you aware that this passport you have now is stolen? And I was like, no, it's not. She was like, yes, it is. Giving me attitude. Mind you, she was like asking me all these questions while I was in Colombia, asking where I was born. Thick ass accent, mind you. She was like, where were you born? Where was I born? Where were you born? And I was just like, sister, you look like my sister. Like, you actually look like my sister. So what are you questioning me for? And she was just like, okay. She was like, by the way, you qualify for a global entry. Do you want to do your interview right now? And I was like, Girl, sure as if that speeds up the process, she was like, okay, that bitch fucking tricked me. Do you understand? Why did she walk me into the questioning room where they were questioning all the all the immigrants? Because girl, I walked in, I saw a room of like 30 Latinos scared for their freaking lives. And I sat down and I was just like, okay, what the fuck am I doing here? So I was texting like my coworkers. I was like, y'all, like low key, I think I got detained. And then they were like, get off your phone. And I was like, who the fuck is this bitch talking to? And he was like, get off your phone or we're gonna take it. There should be no reason you're on your phone. So I sent a quick last little text and I was like, if I don't answer in 10 minutes, come get me. He calls me and I sit down in his little desk, just a little desk like this, right? And he was like, oh, are you aware that this passport's reported stolen? And I was like, no, it's not. And he was like, yes, it is. It's coming up in my, trying to double down like the other girl too. And I was like, let me have patience because son capaces, like they're, how do you say that in English? They're capable of deporting me right then and there. They don't give a fuck if you're a U.S. They don't give a fuck about that anymore. So I looked at him and I was like, sir, in your little system, because the thing is, when you piss me off, I have an attitude. I don't give a fuck. What date does it say it was reported stolen? And he was like, oh, October 2025. And when was this one issued? October 2025. And I was like, I was like, so if it was reported in October 2025 stolen, and the new one was issued in October 2025, that would be me that reported it stolen and got a new one fucking issued. And he was like, 1 second. I'm so sorry, sir. Sir, at that point, you need to call me ma'am because you're really pissing me off. Like, actually, anyways. So he gave me back my passport and with like a little red slip or something like that. Remember how I told y'all I was supposed to do the global entry interview? The woman was right there and she was like, do you want to do a global entry? And I was like, you really just pissed me off. I'm going to go get my luggage. And she was like, what the hell? Girl, I also got detained in Amsterdam and that was the little bootleg ass immigration. I'm not trying to beef with Netherlands right now. Actually, I'm always trying to beef with the European. But not right now at this moment. That's next episode. All this to say that like, I'm telling you, if this can happen to a U.S. citizen, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen in the future? You don't see all the shit they're doing in fucking Minneapolis right now? I've never once thought like, oh, and that might have been like my own privilege because, well, first of all, I was put into handcuffs by ICE when I was 10 years old. Let me just get into the last section that I'm talking about, right? A lot of people have just been waking up to the shit that ICE does, you know? And they're like, oh, ICE is so bad. ICE been bad. Let me make that. ICE has been bad. Like, they've been horrible since their creation in 2003. Because a lot of bitches don't know, this fucking pussy is older than ICE. Do you understand? ICE was created, hold up. ICE 2003 after 9/11. Watch. I'm smart. Hold up. 2002. Same shit, though. My current man is older than ICE. That's the point that I'm making. We really don't need this shit. All these Democrats calling it Trump's ICE. Even Republicans that think that they're being all of a sudden good people by saying it, oh, Trump's ICE needs to go. It's not Trump's ICE, baby. This was Trump's ICE. This was Biden's ICE. This was Trump's ICE. Before that, it was Obama's ICE. Who the hell was president before Obama? Bush? Hold up. Girl, no one gives a fuck about James Madison. Like, Bush is the issue. He let that shit get created. And everyone after that has let it keep continuing because people act like, oh, you know, like ICE is so bad right now. No, ICE has been bad. Let me tell you the story. So basically, I think I was 10 years old. I was in, how old do you turn in? I'm a Google bitch. I'm sorry. Hold up. How old do you turn? Yeah, so I was in 4th grade. And literally, like, tell me why I'm literally sleeping, you know, in my freaking Power Rangers fucking comforter and shit. All you hear is, hey, open the door. My mom was she didn't know what was going on back then, so she opened the door. Now, mind you, they weren't looking for her. Not this time. And they like rushed into the room, literally like all the rooms going up. They pulled me out of my bed. Mind you, I don't even think I was wearing pants. So low-key, ICE kind of perverts. Nothing new. They pulled me out of bed and held me onto the floor, right? They put me in cuffs, literally like not in the back, at least. At least I was like this. I was over there crying my eyes out because I was like, who the fuck is this? And at the time, I didn't know what the hell ICE was. So I was just like, this is just police without the pole. And then I literally, like, my memory's kind of hazy about it, but I remember my mom was like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, actually, right? And they were like, oh, well, we're looking for this person. He matches the description. The description in question, a 30-year-old pale Salvadoran. Okay, listen, pale Salvadoran. Oh, y'all got it. A 30-year-old pale Salvadoran with tattoos on his face and his body. And then all of a sudden, Captain Save-A-Ho, the fucking stupid ass Latino ICE agent comes in. Hey, what's wrong with you guys? That's a little kid. Girl, fuck you too. And he was over there to my mom like, lo siento, señora, like, perdona que no. Girl, fuck you too. Like, y'all all part of the same system. A system of bitches. Any person who joins ICE, you just have no morals. Do you understand? And it's not even a thing of like, oh, maybe you needed money. Go pick up a shift. Let me make something clear. I would rather untuck the duct tape off my busquaca and go sell my hoe in the corner to be able to pay my rent before I betray my own community and become an ICE agent. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. And these bitches got the nerve to cover their fucking faces when they're doing... Girl. Any ICE agent, especially... People are like, how is ICE racist towards Latinos if all these fucking ICE agents are Latino? Newsflash, the Latino community can be racist too. There's so much internalized hate within the Latino community that these people think that like these people, and I meant it like that, derogatory, Latino ICE agents, these people. They think that just getting a job with like good benefits, mind you, ICE agents haven't even been paid yet. Like y'all doing this shit for free? Y'all kissing Trump's ass for free? ICE agents vent on Reddit, say they're not getting paid. Maybe you're not seeing that money. But anyways, all this to say that like ICE has been a problem. That was happening when I was 10 years old and they put me in handcuffs. ICE has been a fucking issue. And all these people saying like, oh, well, we need to reform ICE. Abolishing ICE, let me make that clear. Abolishing ICE is the only stance you bitches should be taking. Do you understand? What is abolishing? Bitch, they all gotta go. I don't mean like gotta go like that, but they gotta go. Like none of this, oh, we need to put the funds into healthcare. Y'all should have been funding healthcare. They're actually fucking useless. They're not even fucking doing anything. Do you not see all this shit going on in Minneapolis right now? Like they are killing people. Who the hell carries around their passport card? That is like the most useless shit you ever like need. My ass has been so scared they're gonna target me now. I mean, they've been targeting me, but like in person, I carry around my passport card. I'm sorry, is this fucking 1940s Germany? What the fuck is going on? That we have to carry around proof that we're supposed to be here? And a bitch, last name Gutierrez, is gonna question where I'm born. You got an accent, but I was born in Virginia. Okay. All this to say that all these politicians saying like, have you noticed that when you ask them, do you want to abolish ICE? They go on this tangent like, oh, whatever, we need to do this, we need to do this. The answer is yes or no. Whoever they are, like he'll be asked like, oh, do you want to abolish ICE? And he's like, oh, well, you know, blah, 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 blah. Just say yes. Say yes and you got my votes. Nah, it's really that simple because ICE has been a fucking problem. Abolishing ICE is really the only way. I just giving you a snapshot of all the fuck shit they done to me. That doesn't include all the visits they tried to deny me to my own mother. I came out of her kuka and I'm not allowed to visit her. That's the issue. I give you guys a snapshot of the things that I go through. Imagine people, and I was born here. I was about to finish up. I'm not done ranting. This little boy was used as, what is on his head? It doesn't matter. That little boy was used as bait. Do you understand? There are so many children. And the thing is, I thank God that he was able to be released, right? And mind you, Trump is trying to... How are you going to see a 5-year-old get released from ICE detention and say, I want to be an insufferable bitch and try and overturn that? Oh. You really want to overturn this little boy getting used as bait to lure his dad out, then taking him and his dad to a detention center? The boy was sick for days because his mom said they were giving him like freaking chum as food basically, and all of a sudden you want to overturn that. And he's one of the thousands of kids literally in detention centers. When they deported my mom, I thought they were gonna take my little brother with him, and I was like, hold up, let me grab him. Because they would have. Because that's how sick these bitches are. These fucking weirdos, they're that sick that they would take a 5-year-old, a 9-year-old. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck that the child was born there. They're like, oh. And then they have the guys like, oh, we let the parents decide if they want to take. What parent wouldn't want to stay together with their child? But you bitches are sick and you know that and you take advantage of that. That's why y'all be kidnapping little kids. Not liking ICE, not even not liking them, hating them bitches is really the only sense to have. Because all these celebrities, all these people can have these like lukewarm takes saying, fuck ICE. No, ICE gotta go. Your stance is to abolish ICE. Take it from me, somebody who has been traumatized by ICE since July of 2025. I still have trauma. You understand? Anytime I see an ICE agent, I immediately grab my phone in case I gotta show some ID. Bitch, like Germany, on some Germany shit. And it's not just Latinos. We saw what happened with Keith Porter. We saw what happened with Renee Good. We saw what happened with Alex Petty. They are not just targeting Latinos, and they are targeting citizens too. And you think like, oh, it's not gonna happen to me. I was born here. Wait and see, bitch. Because if this is happening to us, nothing is stopping them from going. Nothing is stopping them right now from going after it because you think the president is doing something. Hold up. Oh my god! I got like a double feature like jump scare. My bad. You think this man cares about your rights? He doesn't. He doesn't. His first presidency should have showed you that, but y'all fucking bitches decided to vote him in again. And I don't blame y'all. I do blame y'all. But I understand how propaganda works. And all this propaganda happening, this anti-immigration propaganda happening when it was the Haitians eating the dogs and cats. Have y'all had Haitian food? You think Haitians need to eat dogs and cats? No, bitch. Are you crazy? Try some Haitian food. Try some Somali food. All these, Somalis opening up these scams. They said, no, the fuck they're not. All this propaganda that you guys are falling for is so easy because they know that they can manipulate you guys into voting someone like this in power. Do you understand? And what does she do? Release flop ass fucking movies. That's the pop culture for today. Flop ass fucking movie. And they have a cult. Why were they saying she deserves an Oscar? And an Oscar for a documentary? Baby, do you know what an Oscar is? Oh, okay. Just making sure. All that to say is that y'all know where I stand. This was a very like jam-packed episode of me hating on ICE, but bitch, yeah, I was born and raised a fucking hater. And like I said, this is not a safe space for ICE agents. This is not a safe space for ICE sympathizers, ICE like supporters. Because like people, we support law enforcement. Who's we? I don't fuck with ICE. I don't fuck with ICE terrorizing my community. I don't fuck with ICE terrorizing other communities, and I don't fuck with ICE impeding on people's fucking rights, bitch. I can't even do the First Amendment anymore. Apparently now you can't even have the Second Amendment, even though y'all fucking love that shit. But anyways, like I said, fuck ICE, abolish ICE. Fuck ICE again. This is not a safe space for ICE. Just like this pussy gets warmed up sometimes, we need to warm up the shit and fucking melt ICE because it gotta go. It gotta go. None of this like, we can fix them, we can fix. If your friend was getting cheated on by a man, would you want to fix that shit or would you want to get rid of the man? Exactly. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode of Not a Safe Space with Tony Vara. And stay tuned next week for the next episode because like I said, I was born and raised a hater. This is not a safe space. Is this show mostly going to be me hating on bitches? Yeah. But that's how I am. That's just how I am. But anyways, I will see you guys next week. And stay sexy, bitch. And stay woke. And fuck ICE. Stay sexy, bitch.